All right, welcome back to Chasing the Sun. I'm Eric, and this is my good friend Steven from Arizona, Phoenix. And we're gonna go on a ride. Where are we gonna go, buddy?
We're gonna take off. We're gonna hit Saguaro Lake. We're gonna cruise around there for a little bit. Then we're gonna jump back on the road, head up to Payson, Arizona, and then we're gonna head up to Happy Jack, stay in my friend's cabin up there. That's only day one.
Yes, and day two is going from Happy Jack to Jerome, where we'll spend some time exploring what's probably the most popular ghost town in Arizona, and that's Jerome. Then we'll ride the Mingus Mountain to Prescott, and then the twisty Highway 89 to Yarnell, and back to Phoenix.
It's gonna be a good ride. We're gonna let you know all about it.
So this is a map of our two-day loop. It's a total of 350 miles, or about 575 kilometers, and will be a total of 8 hours riding time. You can definitely do this as a single day ride if you're an experienced rider that's used to putting a lot of miles on a single day, but we would recommend that you break it up into 2 leisurely days. This gives you some time to spend in Jerome, to take in the very interesting ghost town, and take in other scenic stops like Saguaro Lake. You could also break this up into a single loop day ride by riding either side and taking the 17 back, but the interstate is definitely not as much fun. Our first stop is the beautiful Saguaro Lake. Okay, so this is our first stop here, Saguaro Lake, right?
Saguaro.
Saguaro. It's not a G.
It's like guacamole. No, guacamole.
Well, there you go. I trust the local. So Saguaro Lake. This is gorgeous, Steven. Tell me about this place.
Oh, this is there's 5 lakes that capture the water for Phoenix, and this happens to be one in the chain. It's a beautiful lake for water skiing, a lot of fishing. Yeah. But I just love the lake. It's so beautiful.
Oh yeah, it makes a nice stop, nice scenic stop, and yeah. It's not too far from Phoenix. Like how an hour, less than that?
Less than that, 45 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes.
So it's a good one to stretch our legs and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
After a scenic stop at Saguaro Lake, we continued our trip on Highway 87 to Payson. What's interesting about Highway 87 is that it's not one static scenery. It changes every 10 to 20 miles or so, and it makes it very interesting. The roads were very nice and easy sweepers, so it makes it interesting enough if you just want a chill ride. We stopped in at That Brewery Pub, yes, that's the name, That Brewery Pub, on Highway 260, which is a local favorite here. Okay, so we just finished a lunch at That Brewery and Pub. Nice local place, eh?
Yeah. Good. Elk burger.
Elk burger, yes.
Elk burger.
That's the thing. You gotta try elk burger. Their other burgers are good too, but yeah, chill place. Right on, like, I think it's Highway 87. I'll post it up if it's not. But yeah, we're on our way to Happy Jack. If you want to make this a 2-day loop ride, then Jerome would be a great overnight stop. We chose to stop at Happy Jack because our friend has a great cabin in the woods there. You'll notice the snow in the driveway. Well, we were up here in mid-March, and although Phoenix itself was nice and summer-like, it will definitely get cold up in the higher elevations and northern Arizona, so pack accordingly. So this is Jerome, and it's a very cool destination to just come for a day if you're in Phoenix or anything like that. Good ride coming up here, the 89A, going through the Mingus Mountains there. Really nice motorcycle road. But this town itself is a great place to stop by, have lunch, browse around. It's an old mining town, copper mining town, and now it's a really hot tourist destination. They kind of market it as the ghost town, as one of the many ghost towns in Arizona. And the thing to do here is just come, chill, check out one of the bars, have lunch. I had lunch at Haunted Hamburger with a great view there. A lot of shops will have a good view because of how it's built up on a incline. But yeah, do check it out. It's on the way if you did the Cotton Canyon run, so it's a nice midpoint stop here. Yeah, so behind Nellie Bly, which does like kaleidoscopes, super unique stuff, very niche, but some really cool kaleidoscopes. They have this courtyard at the back, which you get a good view, of course, but then also all kinds of metalworks. There's this neat one with all the motorcycles also. So definitely worth browsing here around Jerome. There's actually some unexpected stuff in Jerome, like for instance, this is Pulsifer, and they have a huge collection of records, but also surprisingly there's a winery tasting at the back with a gorgeous view. I'm surprised that Arizona actually has so much varietals that they can grow here. There's also another winery up the top, so yeah, Jerome is not your typical tourist town. It's kind of neat with the offerings that they have.
Yeah.
And what year did this town get really touristy?
Probably in the 80s, I would think, yeah.
Hey, okay. And before that it was pretty dead?
It was dead here. In 1950, the mine company closed up because it was, you know, it was the biggest copper mine in the country.
Okay, so I just had lunch at Haunted Hamburger, and look at this gorgeous view that you get here. That's all Sedona there. I was chatting with a local here, very nice old man, Bob, and he tells me that the local population is only 450 people. And I think it balloons up to 2 million with all the tourists. So that's the kind of tourist town this is. Okay, so I'm just outside of Jerome and I'm gonna do the Mingus Mountain Pass. This pass is quite cool, lots of twisties here, really scenic, different scenery than what I'm used to in the West Coast. But you can see there's some old buildings there, so that's probably a ghost town from before. Quite interesting here. And of course you got the beautiful canyon over there. And this road just snakes. You can see it's snaking down, and then over here it continues and it goes around, and then eventually you pass over there. So this is the top of Mingus Mountain. It's a scenic road basically riding through the Mingus Mountains, and you'll see there in the valley there, that's Jerome, and then way beyond there is Sedona with the red rock. So I'm on Highway 89 here, just south of Prescott, and it's such an amazing road. Very similar to the Mingus Mountain, but the pavement is better, and the view is different, but still gorgeous. So that's another highlight on this loop if you're going to do it. Make sure you go through Wickenburg up to Prescott. That's this stretch here, 89. Don't go through 17, of course. Take a look at that. The road just snakes around the mountain and it goes all the way around. So it's a nice stretch of highway, canyon, twisties. All right, so that was our loop there, going from Phoenix over to Jerome, Prescott, and then back down. Really great loop if you've got a day or two and want to do some riding out here. It's gorgeous. Really different scenery than what we have, at least in the Pacific Northwest, so I was happy to have done it. But now let's give you a ride report. So in terms of scenery, I would say that it's probably an 8 or a 9. Very different scenery, like I said, from the Pacific Northwest, but still gorgeous. You get the red rocks, you get the different rock formations, you get the open canyons, so super cool. Mingus Mountain was very nice. You see Sedona in the background, and then also, of course, you got Highway 89 cutting through the mountains south of Prescott. So another really beautiful viewpoint is Highway 89 just south of Yarnell. The mountain pass there is just gorgeous because on the one side you have this clear view of the valley, and then on the other side of course you've got the mountain and the twisties. So it was a bit distracting, but gorgeous nonetheless, very scenic. The stretch between Congress to Yarnell is more sweepers, but gorgeous view, gorgeous scenery, and then it tightens up after you get to Yarnell heading up to Prescott. That's canyon twisties. Very beautiful. Pavement is excellent. I would definitely give it an 8. So traffic wise, I would give it like a 9. It's very light, although I am here on a weekday, so it might be different on a weekend, but from what I experienced, it's a 9. Very light traffic. Now road conditions overall was pretty good. I am a bit early in the season. This is March right now, so you do get some small gravel and rock debris on the road, so you gotta watch out for that. The stretch of 89 south of Prescott, the pavement was much better. Mingus Mountain, it was nice, twisty and all, but the pavement wasn't that great. So overall, I would give road conditions a 7. What I do appreciate always about riding downstate is how nicely the road is banked, especially the tighter the twisty, the tighter the turn, the better it's banked. So I love that about riding down here in the States. Okay, so how about highway sweepers? There was quite a few. I would say that this stretch here is probably more highway sweepers until you get into mountains. The stretch from going up from Saguaro Lake up to Payson, that was pretty much highways. The stretch from Mingus Mountain to Jerome, and also the stretch south of Prescott, that's tighter twisties. But overall highway sweepers, I would probably give it maybe about a 7. Now for tight twisties, I would say overall it would get about a 7 also. The really concentrated part is riding through the canyons south of Prescott and Mingus Mountains. Those are really nice. If you focus just on those, that would be a 10 for me. But overall, probably a 7. So I hope you guys will get a chance to check out this loop if you're down in Arizona. So if you haven't yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button and follow my channel because I love traveling on my motorbike. So definitely more moto vlogs and ride reports coming your way.